Southern Smoke Shack Barbecue.
What's up, man? These folks say your barbecue ain't for everybody. They say it tastes like smoke, man.
Hey, so this the man right here to make the best barbecue up here in Putnam County right here now. I'll see them, they still going in over there. Ain't no food. You good to go. Anytime you eat it with a fork. Anytime you eat it with a fork, he said you're good to go. All right. Now that's old school right there. When old folks say it's all right, you know what it is. Ain't nobody clean the bowl. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. No, I ain't playing.
Too much Ant-Man.
That's Anthony Willis, owner of Southern Smoke Shack Barbecue. Serving barbecue greatness in a major way.
Chopping logs, cooking hogs.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Welcome to another episode of the Ear Hustler Podcast, where everybody has a story and God gets the glory. Today, we have a special guest, none other than Mr. Anthony Willis.
How I got into cooking, man, and I'm gonna be real brief with it. I worked out at Plant Vogel out in Waynesboro, Georgia, for about 5 years or so. Of course, I used to have them red IGA sausage dogs, man. Everybody know about them red IGA sausage dogs. I would take those sausage dogs to work, and of course, I would take a few, and I would take a few more. Start taking barbecue sandwiches as well. When that job came to an end, I took some time off, and I told myself, I said, you know what? I'm gonna try this out.
First of all, giving honor to God. He made this all happen. I want to give a big shout out to my family. My mom, Barbara Williams. Thank you. And always getting up for me. Miss Deborah Danner. I want to thank Miss Deborah Danner. Miss Mills Taylor, so all my overalls up for me when I bust them in the seat.
I'm sure everybody know my lady Sheila Lawson. Sheila, she used to own Monkey Butt Cleaning, and Sheila would clean for several people. Some people, we consider them, call them high-end people. But anyway, they would see stuff that I would post and stuff, and they would ask Sheila, about my barbecue. And that's kind of how I got into the mainstream. I had 2 Oklahoma Joes, man, bought them at Lowe's, brother. And I started out on those Oklahoma Joes. And in the end, like you said, I outgrew those grills. They ended up donating those grills to a church, man. I always say by me doing that friendly gesture for that church and those people, I want to say that's kind of those blessings came down on me today, man. That's the reason why, I'm doing so good in the barbecue business, man. Thank God. But I want to give shouts out to a guy, Mike Wright, man, Bros Barbecue. I always talked to Mike over the years, man, even before I went into business, man. But I always call that brother, man, and ask him for ideas, ask him for advice. And to this day, man, me and Mike, man, we talk.
You were working at Plant Vogel, and the food was just a hustle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But then you turn the hustle, the side job, into a business, the main gig.
I really did, man. People making $2,000-$3,000 a week out there at Plant Vogel. So I never touched my check for a long time. I mean, just me hustling, sausage dogs and barbecue sandwiches, man. I was walking around with a little knot in my pocket, you know what I'm saying? Made me think about the old school days.
So in your transition from a hustle to a business, what are some challenges that you face?
Well, I tell you what, man, a lot of challenges I faced, and I hate to bring it up, but when you're trying to do the right thing, you're gonna face some adversities, man. But I will tell you one thing, facing those adversities, they only bring out the best in you. It's a blessing to have wheels on a mobile restaurant for numerous reasons. You have to be in compliance with the DPH, Department of Public Health. You also have to have insurance. There is a lot of paperwork and red tape you have to cross to go into places, especially when you're talking about going to Columbia County, Lake Oconee, places like that. If you don't have any license, any kind of paperwork, if you pulling a grill on back of a truck or trailer, whatever, they won't even look at you. I have a base of operations right over here on Walnut Street, across from the National Guard Armory. So if you're riding down Robert Toombs and you smelling that sweet smoke, that's your boy Ant-Man, Southern Smoke Shack Barbecue, baby. Of course, I've had my Aunt Mary Williams. Bless my Aunt Mary, my angel. She's helped us in the food truck before. People say, Ant-Man food is too smoky. His food is too smoky. You know, I don't like Ant-Man's barbecue. Well, when I had those Oklahoma Joe's grills, those are not made, they're not professional grills. Those are like backyard grills. So the meat probably did have a little excess flavor to it. But like I said, I outgrew those grills. And thank you, I was able to get me some professional equipment that produces barbecue greatness in a major way. First of all, let me correct you.
Well, I'm glad you started serving brisket, because I remember back in the day when you first started, I was trying to rush you. I was asking you about brisket when you were just on the sausage dog.
You was, man.
But
you
like
was.
you say, it was all friends with a lot of barbecue guys.
I am, bro. I am friends with a lot of licensed barbecue guys. But let me tell you, Nook told me, man, you got to have some ribs on that truck, man. You can't have no barbecue without having no ribs. I have to turn stuff down, brother, because I can't do it all. Unfortunately, you know, it's hard to fit in, you know, being here in Washington, man. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. Government, we're talking about 1,500 employees. So, yeah, we got our work cut out for us, man, and I owe it all to that man up there.
Yeah, I remember back when that bad storm came and all the power was out here for a few days, well, you kept the city alive, didn't you?
Man, let me tell you, man, that was. I mean, the storm wasn't good, but being able to serve these people a hot meal, it was awesome. It was awesome, man. And you know,
and I'm sure a lot of people were glad you were there, and I'm sure a lot of people were hating you were there.
Man, Patrick. Man, let me tell you. First of all, you know, I'm gonna keep it all positive. Yeah.
Well, you know who you sitting down with. Hey, it could be positive, but you know me, I keep it
and
real.
Just being able to set up on the square, to do that. I got pictures and stuff, man, and it's a beautiful picture. It's a beautiful picture. We heard people saying we was price gouging.
I even heard somebody say that you changed your prices a couple of days before the storm, like you were watching the weather.
I would never do a thing like that.
Well, since we on that, since we done open that door up, let's just go ahead on the walk in now. Complain about your prices, and they were like, man, Ant-Man price is too high. Oh, he ain't gonna be in business too long. His price is too high. But how long you been in business now?
Almost 3 years. If anybody know anything about Southern Smoke Shack barbecue, we gonna give you a barbecue sandwich. Well, most people, they buy my barbecue sandwich and they make 2 sandwiches.
Back in the day, you get $5 plates, $10 plate, now it's $30 plate. About like the haircut. You used to get $5, $10 haircut.
Oh yeah.
Now it seems like the food price for a plate, you're running neck to neck with the haircut.
But most of the time, you know, the people that complain about prices, they don't buy food from me anyways. People like $30 for an oxtail plate. When the last time you went and priced oxtails? If you think I'm charging too much for oxtail plates, go to Atlanta. Go to the ATL. Look at LES Barbecue. Somebody told me that guy get what, $90, $100 for 2 oxtails?
He told me, said Ant-Man didn't buy his food truck. They said you had one of your white buddies, a white man, bought your food truck for you. Then really? I also heard that your teammate Sheila bought your food truck.
Wow.
So what you got to say about that?
Well, you know what, man? Sheila has not invested 1 red penny into my business. She will tell you that. Now, have Sheila introduced me to some people to make my business grow and flourish? Hell yeah, and I appreciate that.
Now let me get to something else they talk about. I'm sure you might have heard this before. The overalls and the accent.
Oh man, let me tell you. Once again, small-minded people think small.
Have you ever participated in any competitions anywhere?
No. And I will tell you why. Competitions to me is when you see a long line in front of my food truck. Competitions don't pay any bills, brother. I'm just being honest, you know. And no, I'm not big time like Mo Cason.
Well, we all know you're a Florida Gator fan. How hard was it for you to put that Georgia sticker on your food trailer?
Man, I tell you what, it was hard, but at the end of the day, it's all about business. And I tell people it's business over feeling.
They put some G's in your pocket too, then.
Yeah, they put some G's in my pocket, man. But yeah, we had a chance to go up to the University of Georgia, feed Coach Kirby Smart and a lot of the donors, Wilkes County, Silhouette. with the Georgia Bulldog G inserted in the middle of it. And
If you had to impress somebody with this one item on your menu, what would that item be?
Man,
The one you feel the most confident about?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It gotta be that beef brisket.
I told her, I said, the barbecue is good, but you got to try the brisket. So I just gave her a piece of brisket before we left.
It's delicious. It's very good. Melts in your mouth.
My slogan is smokers burning and wheels turning.
And you be saying that you're keeping the cool in.
Uh-oh.
Now, a lot of people, especially that may not be from Washington, could you explain what is keeping the cool in?
When I say keeping it cool in, it was owned by a pioneer here in Washington, man, Mr. Junior Campbell. I used to DJ at the Cool In on Thursday nights, every Thursday night, and get up and go to school the next morning. To my man DJ Rowe. Me and DJ Rowe, we talk a lot, man, and we're still discussing trying to have an old school party right here in Washington. You know?
I had to, keep a look at that schedule and see when the next time I can come and get me some of that good brisket.
Well, listen, brother, you got my number directly. You know how to get in touch with me. Hey, all you gotta do is hit me up, brother. You know I'm gonna take care of you in a major way.